So I'm coming on here. This is Darth Vader, is your father, and I want to thank Indonesia. We were in. Let me look on here again. I just looked at the charts. We were in the Hot 100 of fiction and top 15 of nonfiction. Wait, of science fiction. Excuse me, science fiction. So thank you. I totally appreciate that. I mean, Indonesia. Thank you so much for listening to this. Great comments. Fun take from on Star Wars from a fan. Fun listening to you on my plane ride home. Thank you so much. I appreciate that for that. Australia, Indonesia, you guys are liking my work down there, down under. Down, I'm way up here in Los Angeles. I've come on because today I was reading a lot of stuff on the internet, and I was like, I saw that the word Finn was in the news. I was like, Finn, like that's in the news. I wonder what's going on. Well, a lot of folks are commenting on Finn, played by John Boyega, of course, and are talking about, I guess, that people are upset about how his character turned out in the Star Wars trilogy. So, if you're listening to this and not watching, I am a black man, an American black man. John Boyega is, I believe, British descent, black man. I liked seeing him in this one of the lead roles of this trilogy, which Star Wars has done before. They've done leads of different things, and there are 2 points people were bringing up that I thought were very interesting. And I'm trying to figure out where my paper is. I had them written down. Here it is. Okay, here it is. I'll make sure I get these 2 points out. So many were saying that his destiny was to become from a stormtrooper to a Jedi, which I thought that was his destiny too. I thought it was very interesting if they go that direction. Many folks think two things. One, that Finn and Poe should have been boyfriends or have fallen in love. It's very strong reaction. People really want that. They felt that I was in kind of leading that direction. I seen on another Star Wars show early last year or year before that I was all for it. Sure, why not? As you know, they threw together a lesbian kiss in the last Jedi. The lesbian kiss was interesting because all of a sudden one of the characters we never saw they were lesbian or anything like that. All of a sudden she kisses the girl after the victory, kisses the girl. The two kiss. We're like, oh, okay. Didn't bother me. Some folks got mad at that too, but it was kind of out of nowhere. Where the others were seeing the friendship between Poe and Finn and how much they kind of seem to mean to each other would have led a direction, in Star Wars. Star Wars is interesting because it's set in, future in space. And you like to think, I guess, that gender, sexuality, all that stuff really wouldn't matter. Hopefully, by then. I mean, right, you'd hope that would not matter by then. So I guess it's kind of like, well, why don't you just go there and do that? My feeling was, I mean, I wasn't that invested that they had to be boyfriends or together or whatever, but I had no problem with them. If that had happened, I would have no problem with it. And it did lead itself to that. So kind of like, okay, it would be a natural progression, be very interesting. They did that, but they didn't. And the other thing, everyone feels that he was cheated. That's not everyone. A lot of people feel he was cheated out of that Ray saves the world, not her, not him. Now, here's an interesting point. We have a female, we have a black male, two very underrepresented members when it comes to leads in a lot of films that do with space. And I mean, there's some obviously out there, but they both were very integral in the story, right? They're both into the story. So people were getting pissed that it seemed that she got to do most of the work at the end and he was the one who just kind of, I feel that one. I do feel that one. I feel like he did get a little cheated on. I will stand by that. I feel like he did get a little cheated out of. You know, but I'm not upset. That I liked her character, so I'm not upset. You know what I mean? It's one of those weird things where I'm like, I'm not upset at it, but I do feel he probably was cheated a little bit. May say because he was black. Now I don't know. I have no idea behind the scenes if that's true or not. In Hollywood, that things like that happen. Yes, I don't know if it happens in the Star Wars universe, Disney, or anything like that. So I have no idea. But I understand the narrative. I'm a black man. I do. I get it. I totally get the narrative. I'm not sure this is it or not. I'm not sure. But I do feel, I will say, I do feel he was a little cheated. They should have had maybe a little larger role in saving everything, but the writers didn't do it that way. So I thought it was very interesting that now it's coming out. I don't know I haven't digging deep enough to find out what the reason is why now it's becoming this thing, a topic of conversation. The movie ended how many years ago? I mean, at this point, but I know a lot of Star Wars talk, happens regularly anyway, right? So I still know. I was just like, this is interesting. Okay. I don't know. So for me, you guys want to know, you guys like James, what is your what is your defense of that? I guess Poe and Finn, I would not have a problem if they were boyfriends. They didn't do it, so I'm not super pissed at it. But it would have been a nice touch, something different, obviously, and to show in the future, no one, whatever. But then I'm also do I think because John Boyega was black that he didn't get choices? I'm not sure about that either. It's possible. I wouldn't say it's not possible for aesthetics, but it's Star Wars, so I don't know. I feel like maybe they just wanted the female to be the main one, maybe. Maybe it had nothing to do with him and more to do with her. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's more about female power and her becoming the heir apparent. They didn't make her. They didn't make her. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, that's what I'll stick with. I will stick with that. I think that maybe that was the reasoning. There are maybe more about her and less about him. But again, being a black man in America, I would, and in Hollywood, I would not be surprised if there was some kind of thought that will make it her, not him. I wouldn't be surprised. Darth Vader is your father is available everywhere, all streaming services, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. YouTube, James Lott Jr.'s JLJ Media. So JLJ Media on YouTube. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. And my TikToks on TikTok are at James Lott Jr. I do Star Wars TikToks all the time. Everyone, please take care of yourself, stay safe, and may the force be with you.